In the watercolor, glass, the word glass dominates the composition, formed from a fusion of transparent vessels, architectural elements, and shimmering reflections. A tall glass stands prominently in the foreground, partially filled, mirroring an inverted world within its surface. The letters of the word themselves seem to dissolve into their surroundings, merging with classical columns, arches, and pyramidal forms. Everything is simultaneously solid and fluid, structured yet ephemeral. Light refracts through the objects, creating distortions that suggest both clarity and illusion. The presence of Venetian-style glasswork, delicate yet durable, hints at craftsmanship, tradition, and the fleeting beauty of things made by human hands. Glass is paradoxical. It is both a barrier and a window, transparent yet impenetrable, fragile yet sharp when broken. In Zen, such contradictions are invitations to meditate on impermanence. The glass in the foreground, half filled, is a classic koan. Is it half empty or half full? Or perhaps, as Zen would suggest, the glass is simply a glass, and our perception of it is the only thing that fluctuates. The reflections and distortions in the image echo the illusion of self, the ego as a shifting form, shaped by what it encounters, but never truly solid. If one sees through the glass, does one see the world as it is, or only as it appears? This image resonates with Hexagram 61, Zhongfu, Inner Truth, a reflection on clarity and sincerity. Glass, as a material, reveals its contents honestly. It does not obscure, but rather amplifies what is inside. The lesson of inner truth is that transparency is both powerful and delicate. One must cultivate clarity in thought and action, yet also recognize that truth is often refracted through personal experience. The pyramid at the center suggests stability, a foundation for understanding, but its reflection in the water distorts it. What is real, the structure or its reflection? The I Ching reminds us that both are true, yet neither is absolute. Glass, though seemingly solid, is shaped by fire and pressure, yielding to transformation. Like water, it takes on new forms without resistance, yet it holds the potential for both clarity and destruction. Lao Tzu's teaching reminds us that true strength is in adaptability, in knowing when to be transparent and when to hold form. The Venetians, famous for their glasswork, understood this. Fire and patience create something that appears delicate, but endures centuries. The Tao flows through this piece, reminding us that wisdom is not in being unbreakable, but in knowing when to yield, when to reflect, and when to let go. This philosophy challenges the way we view permanence. If glass is both object and medium, what does it teach us about perception? The glassmakers of Venice crafted objects to last, yet their very transparency makes them vulnerable. In the same way, human experience is shaped by our ability to see through things, our beliefs, our emotions, our expectations. But how often do we mistake the reflection for reality? We might ask, what illusions do we hold on to, believing them to be clear truths? And what happens when they shatter? Creativity, like glassmaking, is an act of transformation. We see this piece as an exploration of fragility and resilience, how the most delicate forms can hold the most weight. The letters in glass are barely holding together, their structure seemingly fluid, yet the composition itself is balanced. This is the essence of great art. To create something that feels ephemeral but remains unforgettable. We might say that glass represents the artist's role, to take something ordinary and make it extraordinary, simply by shifting how it is seen. This piece is an invitation to see beyond appearances. It is about perception, how we frame the world, how we define truth, and how we navigate the balance between strength and fragility. The Festival of Venetian Glass is a celebration of mastery over form, but it is also a reminder of impermanence. Glass can be shaped, but it can also be shattered. It is, in essence, a meditation on the delicate nature of existence. How do you see the world? Through what lens? What distortions? What filters? What truths do you hold on to that may simply be reflections? Take a moment to consider what you believe to be transparent about yourself, about others, about the world. And ask, am I looking at reality or just its reflection?